Welcome to English and Grow. Today's topic is the tea. So I challenge you. Do you know all these words? Do you know Artemisia? Do you know cast iron? Do you know saffron? How many would you like to learn when this lesson is over? How many are you going to remember? Let's see. Let's talk about tea. So next time you speak about this wonderful elixir, you can use more advanced vocabulary and you can speak about it with greater confidence. So, do you like to drink homemade tea or do you love to go to tea rooms? Do you think that the more the better, the more the merrier? And that means a cup or a mug, they are not enough for you, and do you need a teapot? Do you like to drink to unwind? Now, let's see if it makes you actually feel like as if you were a Zen master or an ancient warrior. Do you feel this connection of tea and martial arts? Maybe yes, maybe not. Let's study it anyway. Let's start with herbal teas. So, some people love to drink mint tea. I think it is extremely refreshing, especially in the summer. You can also drink sage tea or thyme. Let's study it with the help of the next slide. So, here you have thyme. You can also use it in cooking. You can also have a sage tea. It's wonderful if you have a sore throat, it helps a lot. If you suffer from indigestion, so you can drink tea from Artemisia, that's really bitter. Or if you prefer something milder, but still something that helps you with indigestion, then chamomile is the one to go for. What about infusions? Do you appreciate when they look good, or do you need them also to smell amazing? In that case, we are talking about fragrance. I think everyone appreciates when a tea is also fragrant. Now, what about ginger? Do you love to use ginger tea in the autumn or in the winter? I definitely do. I actually do not prefer lemon zest in it, but some people love it. What about pomegranate? Do you know this special fruit? Or maybe you can also prepare a tea from raspberry. Why not? Definitely, a tea is a great elixir, and it feels like as if it was a magic potion because it makes us feel so relaxed. And last but not least, what about matcha? I personally love this luxury tea. It's a powder tea, and to prepare it, you actually need a special little instrument which is called a whisk, and then you whip it up. Now, how to make it a little bit sweeter? Uh, I don't actually need sugar, but for a change, why not put a lump of sugar in it? If you suffer from diabetes, then you need a sweetener to acquire that sweet taste. Maybe it's also nice to try maple syrup or acacia honey for a change. And we have cast iron teapot in here. So that's a very special material. It's the heaviest material, I believe, you can use for a teapot. And it's used quite often because the liquid stays warm for longer. What do we have in the next slide? So one more time, acacia is a special tree with these awesome looking flowers. If you do not know maple, so it's the one of the symbols of Canada, and you can have maple syrup with a very special taste. Sweetener is usually some kind of powder, I believe, and you can either have loose sugar or you can have a lump of sugar. What do we have in the next slide? In India, they like to prepare teas from spices. So you can have cinnamon tea. You can also use cardamom. Sometimes rosebuds are used to make tea. I believe it's only for decoration. In Iran, they like to use saffron tea, and saffron is the most expensive spice. I have never drunk that tea, but that is a first time for everything. And last but not least, star anise. Now, the next slide explains it one more time. So, let's start with star anise. So, it looks like stars, obviously. That's why it's called like that. And it's great for your digestion and also for cough, actually. Saffron, like I said, is the most expensive spice in the world. Cinnamon is these little sticks and they come from tree bark. And cardamom, that's actually also one of the top expensive spices in the world. And what do you remember? What have you learned? Do you know cast iron? Do you know chamomile? Do you know artemisia? Do you remember what saffron was and star anise? Or star anise, as you can say in the British English. And this is it. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, support me on my Patreon, English and Grow, for more videos, Zoom lessons, and language coaching. And if you ever struggle, remember you can drink tea, and every breath is a new beginning.